Oh, another mini blogger with clickbait and conspiracy theories. That's what you thought when you saw the title of this video, right? Well, you're not entirely wrong. I do want to talk about a wild what-if scenario that sounds crazy at first, but starts making a scary amount of sense the more you think about it. It's not just some random speculation. It's a perfect storm of NBA rules, player empowerment, and franchise desperation that could lead to the most dramatic draft decision in the history of NBA. And it all revolves around one name, Cooper Flagg. Here's the thing, the NBA has a little-known loophole in its draft rules, one that's never really been exploited before. But this year, it could become hugely important. And it's the reason why GMs in Charlotte, Utah, and Washington might be losing sleep right now. So let's look at the calendar. May 12th, NBA Draft Lottery. We find out who wins the #1 pick. June 15th, early entry withdrawal deadline. The last day for young prospects to pull out of the draft. See where I'm going with this? That means there's a 34-day window where prospects, specifically one kid from Maine, will know exactly which team holds the #1 pick before they have to decide whether to stay in the draft or return to college. For 99% of prospects, this doesn't matter. Once they declare, they're all in. The risk of losing out on a life-changing NBA contract is too great. But Cooper Flagg isn't just any prospect. He's a generational talent, the kind of player who comes along once every decade. And he could be the first to weaponize this loophole to his advantage. What makes Flagg uniquely positioned to pull off this power move? Let's break it down what we know about him. He's one of the best draft prospects of the 21st century, arguably the best American prospect since Anthony Davis, with a complete two-way game that makes him a near lock for stardom. Only LeBron and Wembanyama were more hyped at this stage. He's young enough to wait. At just 18, Flagg could play another college season and still enter the NBA younger than most players. Time is on his side. He loves college basketball. Unlike many top prospects who treat college as a brief pit stop, Flagg genuinely wants to win a national title at Duke. Another year could cement his legacy as one of the greatest college players ever. He's ultra competitive. Flagg isn't just chasing an NBA paycheck, he wants to win immediately and not waste years on a hopeless team like young KG did. Now, let's talk about the teams most likely to land the #1 pick. Utah, Washington, and Charlotte. New Orleans and Philly are lurking too. Not exactly a dream list, huh? The three most realistic scenarios for Cooper are like this. Option 1, the classic route. Charlotte, Washington, or Utah gets the #1 pick. Flagg puts on the hat and, with the same smile as Hyde the Pain Herald, gives the standard "I've always dreamed of playing here" speech. Option 2, the power move. Flagg enters the draft just to see who gets #1. If it's a dysfunctional franchise, nope. Nah, I'm good. He pulls out, returns to Duke, dominates college hoops for another year, and hopes for better luck in 2025. What if the #1 pick goes to another dumpster fire franchise next year? Like it always does. Well, at least he gets to live out that college fantasy. Option 3, the dream scenario. A well-run team like, say, the Spurs, somehow lands the #1 pick. Flagg grins, signs immediately, the other 29 teams start cursing Adam Silver's name, and people start saying it's all rigged. Yeah, that's a super unlikely scenario, but it could happen. I mean, after all, Atlanta jumped to #1 last year with just 3% odds. But there's a fourth option, the most fascinating one. What if a strong team like San Antonio, Houston, or Dallas lands a top 4 pick? The odds aren't crazy. Spurs, 26% chance at top 4. Rockets, via Suns, 17%. Mavericks, 8.5%. OKC, if Philly's pick falls out of top 6. Possible. Let's imagine the lottery balls drop in this order. Charlotte, Utah, Spurs. Cooper's camp immediately tells the Hornets through back channels, "I'm not playing for you. Don't even dream about it. Trade the pick or I'm going back to college." Now the Hornets face a choice. Option 1, suck it up and draft the next best prospect, probably Dylan Harper. Option 2, trade the pick, still land a top prospect, maybe even Harper anyway. Plus get extra assets, draft picks, young players, whatever. What would you do? Seems like no-brainer. Most draft experts agree the 2025 class is stacked, but 4 guys stand out. Cooper himself, Dylan Harper, a 6'6" point guard, the closest comp, Cade Cunningham. Ace Bailey, raw but freakishly talented, KD 2.0. VJ Edgecombe, a two-way potential superstar, let's say Victor Oladipo with much better defense. So snagging a guy like Ace Bailey, a couple future picks, plus a player like Jeremy Sohan, Reed Shepherd, or Derek Lively, how's that a bad deal? Oh, and remember, Adam Silver pushing you, pissed that your franchise can delay a debut of the great white hope in the NBA by a whole year. Of course, it remains one big question. What is Flagg's ideal team? A contender where he's the missing piece? Or a rising squad where he can be the guy from day one? That answer could dictate everything. If you're Charlotte, Utah, or Washington fan, hold your horses and don't order Coop's jersey yet if your team lands the #1 pick. Just remember, the NBA is the league where the unexpected always happens. The next 34 days after the draft lottery are going to be brutal. So, what do you think happens? Am I crazy or is this low-key possible? Drop your predictions below.